What if I told you that the man who taught emperors how to lead once had no name, no power, and no freedom, only a broken body and an unbreakable mind? In a world that worships status, he had none. And yet he shaped history, not with weapons, but with wisdom. His name was Epictetus, and his life is a reminder that true leadership starts not on the outside, but within. Now, think about that. We live in a world where the loudest voices often get the most attention, where success is measured by how much you own who you command or what your title says on paper. But Epictetus, he had none of that. Born a slave, no wealth, no property, no social standing. All he had was a mind he refused to surrender. And in the centuries that followed, his words would echo farther than those of kings. Epictetus never sat on a throne. He never ruled an empire, but what he ruled completely and without compromise was himself. And in that he became something rare, a man who didn't just teach Stoic philosophy, he lived it fully, fiercely, quietly. He was born around 55 AD in Hierapolis, in what is now modern-day Turkey. From childhood he was enslaved and sent to Rome, serving under Epictetus, a powerful man who worked for Emperor Nero. Under that roof, beneath the shadow of power, his body endured suffering. Legend says one of his legs was broken by his master, leaving him with a limp that lasted his whole life. But his mind untouched, untamed, and that was everything. While still in bondage, Epictetus found his way to philosophy. He studied under Musonius Rufus, a great Stoic teacher. And even as he lived under someone else's control, he discovered the one thing no one could take from him: perspective. He never wrote his teachings down, but one of his students, Arian, did. And thanks to him, we still have the discourses and the Enchiridion or handbook, which hold ideas that feel as alive today as they did 2,000 years ago. One line especially cuts through the noise. It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. That's not just philosophy. That's a blueprint for peace, a roadmap for resilience. That's Stoic philosophy in motion, meeting life as it is, not as we wish it would be. Eventually, he gained his freedom. And what did he do with it? He didn't seek revenge. He didn't chase riches. He opened a school, a small one in Nicopolis in western Greece. There, he didn't teach people how to climb the ranks of politics or how to win debates. He taught them how to live, really live. His students weren't just curious minds, they were leaders. Military commanders, advisors, senators. Even the future emperor Marcus Aurelius read his work and carried it into battle and into leadership. Why? Because Epictetus didn't teach strategy. He taught sovereignty, not over others, but over the self. No man is free who is not master of himself, he declared. And that's not a motivational quote. It's a mandate for anyone who dares to lead in this chaotic world. Think about your own life. Are you leading your thoughts, or are your thoughts leading you? Are you responding with clarity or reacting from fear? We're told that pain is something to run from. That discomfort means something's gone wrong. But Epictetus turns that belief upside down. To him, pain was not punishment, it was preparation. Difficulties are things that show a person who they are, he said. The job loss, the betrayal, the failure, the loneliness, these aren't curses, they're classrooms. They don't break you, they build you if you let them. He viewed adversity as the gym of the soul. Just like muscles only grow under strain, the mind only becomes wise through tension. And you don't get to choose when life tests you, but you always get to choose how you meet the test. So when your boss criticizes you in front of the team, when your plans fall apart, when life doesn't go according to script, you can either collapse or you can do what Epictetus taught: pause, breathe, and ask, what part of this is mine to control? He told his students, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Not someday, not when it's easy, now. This wasn't a self-help slogan. It was Stoic philosophy grounded in action, the kind built in solitude, in silence, without applause. In a time of endless distraction, Epictetus invites you to clarity. He reminds you, don't wait for the world to give you a path. Walk one. Don't seek comfort, seek character. Don't chase success, chase virtue. The more we try to control everything around us, the more we lose control of ourselves. Epictetus saw it clearly. Some things are up to us and some things are not. That line, it's not just Stoic wisdom, it's a compass. You don't control other people's opinions. You don't control outcomes. You don't even control the weather tomorrow, but you do control how you show up. You control your values, your attitude, your actions, and that is enough. When you let go of what isn't yours to hold, you finally have two hands free to build the life you were meant to live. That's what Epictetus offered the world, not domination, not doctrine, but clarity. He never wore a crown, but he led kings, not with force, but with example, not with orders, but with presence. His story isn't just a story, it's a mirror. It asks, who are you when no one is watching? What do you cling to when everything is taken away? So, start small. Ask yourself two questions. What's one thing right now that's outside your control? And what's one thing you can master today? Because you don't need to rule an empire, to rule your mind. And that right there is where true leadership begins. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to Stoic Leadership Insights for more timeless lessons from ancient minds. Leave a comment below. What's one area of your life you're learning to release, and what's one you're ready to take full responsibility for? You don't have to shout to lead, you just have to live it.